in London?
Oh, I think it's very important to remind us all in the UK and the City of London in particular how strong and enduring the links are between Gibraltar and the United Kingdom, and the fact that this is the 300th anniversary of the Treaty of Utrecht adds a certain additional element to the celebration.
Reiterating the message that the rights of the people will always be respected when it comes to sovereignty, so how important is it that this message gets through?
We say very clearly to our friends all around Europe, including in Madrid, that this is not a question of the people of Gibraltar being treated as a colonial subject. It's their choice, their free democratic choice to remain British. And I think you do pick up a greater understanding of that in other capital cities. And we continue to make that point, that the British government is not going to engage in any kind of sovereignty talks with which Gibraltar herself is not content, because at the root of the relationship is the free choice of the people of Gibraltar to remain a British overseas territory.
You mentioned the issue of the ad hoc talks at this stage. What kind of commitment can you make to the format that this will take?
Well, we're hoping that there will be agreement amongst all parties for there to be ad hoc talks. I mean, there's clearly some very practical issues that Britain, Spain, Gibraltar, the European Commission perhaps who need to get together and talk about that matter to the lives of people living in Gibraltar, to people living in the Campo, particularly those perhaps who are crossing the border to take employment within Gibraltar. Now, it was a great disappointment to us when the current Spanish government said that they didn't want to continue the trilateral process, and the UK, like the government of Gibraltar, very much want to see the trilateral process restored at some stage. It's not possible at the moment. We've also made clear to Spain that we're not going to engage in any talks about sovereignty, unless Gibraltar itself decided that was something they wanted. But we need to find a format, an ad hoc format, in which talks can take place about practical matters of concern, and we're in discussions with Fabian Picardo and his team, with the Spanish government, about how that might happen.
So can you confirm whether this will be a trilateral format or in fact include four voices?
It's premature to say that, and I think it would be wrong of me to speculate while those conversations are still going on. I think it's in everybody's interests that we are able to find a format with which everyone feels that they're able to live, and we can get on with what really matters, which is talking about matters of mutual concern.
Any particular date then perhaps earmarked for this?
Well, I'm sure when we have a date, we will let you know first of all. But I think you will appreciate it. That's something that the government's concerned need to sign up to, and then we have to tell our respective parliaments as well.
But the issues of the border delays and the incidents at sea continue to affect Gibraltar. So what's the ultimate solution here?
We've made it very clear to the government of Spain that the border delays, when they're imposed for political reasons rather than genuinely to try to deal with cross-border crime, are unacceptable, not just politically unacceptable, but they are unlawful. They're unlawful in terms of European laws as well as any UK or Gibraltarian interest. And we were pleased when the European Commission agreed to send its monitoring team down and to inspect exactly what was going on there. We hope that they will have drawn the appropriate conclusions from that. And we think it's not in Spain's interest to continue with these unnecessary, unjustified border delays. They simply add to tension unnecessarily. What we should be doing is getting into a situation where Spain, Gibraltar and the UK can talk about practical matters that concern them all, including smuggling and cross-border crime, including better employment opportunities for people in the Campo, which they get with free transport traffic across the border rather than through this sort of delay.
And keeping in mind the reactions we've seen from Spain and the Spanish government over the summer, do you think this is going to be possible?
I very much hope so, and I think it's in no one's interest for there to be escalation. Spain and Gibraltar are geographically always going to be neighbours. There is a certain interdependence between the economies of the Rock and of the Campo. And so it's in all our interests that we find a way, despite the political difficulties, despite the inevitable, fundamental disagreement about sovereignty, for there to be practical work which enables people both in Gibraltar and in Spain to grow more prosperous. There are desperately high levels of youth unemployment in Spain that none of us want to see continue. Economic development in the Campo and in Gibraltar itself will add to employment prospects. That's in Spain's interest as much as Gibraltar's.